good morning to everyone that is watching. I apologize. I haven't uploaded for a while. If you follow me on Instagram, you probably already knew this. I was so busy with school, and then when I would come home, I would be so tired and I would just have not the time to read. And since my channel is like book based, it was kind of hard to make videos that I knew that you guys would enjoy. The favorite part of the we're at the favorite part of the month, in my opinion, which is the TBRs and the what I read this month. Hold up. 2 books. I just have this pile right here. Also appreciate the Peach Pit merch. Me and my friend, we went to a concert. Here's a clip. Yeah, it was super epic. It was super fun, and love you, Emma. Thank you so much for taking me. So this is the pile. It's 7 books. I often get around like 5 to 6 books a month, so I feel like this is a pretty good pile. I'm just gonna start grabbing them from the top and then see where this goes. So the first book is Boys Don't Cry. Actually, Emma, my friend that went to the concert with me, she started this book as well, and then she lost it, and then I think like 3 days ago she found it again. And we both bought this book before we were really close, and then we were like, oh my god, I have that book as well, and oh my god. So she's now kind of forcing me to read it. But this is basically about, I don't really know what it is about, to be honest. I just know that it's heartbreaking and just stunning. It's about like this guy and his dad, and I think that like, you know, how it's like, it's difficult for men to show emotion because, you know, they have the stereotype where if they show emotion, they're weak. The last sentence, it's a really small blurb. It says, they say boys don't cry, but you might. And it's actually really funny because this has a movie adaptation, and my mom has watched the movie and she said it literally made her bawl her eyes out. So I'm super excited to talk about this book to my mom because, you know, she knows the story as well, and I love that little bonding moment. And obviously also with my friend Emma, just to be like, oh yeah, what did you think, and this and this. Yes, that's the first book. Then the second book is Say You Remember Me, and this book always reminds me of that Taylor Swift song. Say you remember me. It's really funny if you go on Goodreads and you look at the reviews. The first review is just this, like, the song lyric in all caps. It's really funny. I've talked about this book quite a lot on my channel, but I've never gotten to it. I was just kind of, maybe this is the month where I decided to get into it. The thing is, about June, I'm gonna be studying for my end of year tests a lot this month. So I'm just gonna be really busy and tired, so I really don't know how much reading I'm gonna be able to do. So yeah, this is basically about this guy. He's convicted of a crime that he didn't commit, and then the governor's daughter, and they fall in love, but it's kind of like, we shouldn't be together, we can't be together. Yeah, and that just, it's like, okay. They just need each other, and it's not thin or anything. It's, I think, like 400 something. Yeah, 450 pages, but it's a really floppy book, and the floppiness of this book makes me want to read it even more. Moving on. We have Paper Towns, yeah? Paper Towns. So, if you're a true follower, you would know that I did a reading vlog on Looking for Alaska. I loved Looking for Alaska, and I have in total, I have 4 John Green books. Yeah, and I read now 1 of them, but I just have a feeling that I love them, and obviously there is show and movie adaptations from almost all his books, so I'm definitely going to be watching those. If you've been keeping up with my channel again, I've started doing this little series where I do compare and contrast, which is basically that I will read a book and then I will watch the show or the movie, and then I do a little compare and contrast situation, because sometimes the adaptation is just not as good, or it's equally as good. But yeah, so like these books are definitely going to be in there as well. I actually don't know what this book is about. Wait. Coming of age, and then this guy falls in love with this girl and she just disappears. She left him clues, so he's trying to figure out where she went. It sounds really interesting. So this is going quite high on my list because this sounds really interesting. And the last book that I read from John Green, I just absolutely devoured. Like literally within 2 days it was done. You know what I mean? Then the following book is again another John Green book, The Fault in Our Stars. And again, it's just a book I have to read. I have to know the story. It has people in tears and I just need to know. I need to feel that, you know what I mean? But this is basically about this girl and she falls in love with this guy and one of them has cancer and we just know where this is gonna go. 5 feet apart. It tore my heart out. It just ripped it to pieces, vacuumed it, threw it in the washing machine, did it all over again, and then just vomited it out. So those were kind of the smaller books for this month, and then I thought it would be super fun to incorporate thicker books this month. Because the thing is, I am starting to run out of thinner books. You know what I mean? So the other book that's on my list is Eeny Meeny. Again, if you've been following me for a while, you know that I'm obsessed with the Helen Grace series. I've read one book in the series, but you can kind of read them standalone, but they make more sense if you read them in order. So I read Love Me Not, and then I decided I need the entire series. I need all 10 parts. But yeah, this is quite a thick one as well. This is how many pages? Yeah, also like 430. People are being abducted and then they have to face a choice: kill or be killed. And this is a pattern that's been going on. There's multiple girls that have been, you know, telling this story. I remember that I said thick books. Yeah, truly devious. This book, it's been just on my list for so long and I keep being like, oh my god, I think this is like the 3rd time I'm putting it on my TBR. It's quite big. It's also like 500 pages or something. 430-ish. It's just kind of intimidating. But otherwise they're just gonna be laying around and I have to read them, and you know, I really want to start this series, so I'm gonna do that. It's basically about this girl, and this person would I think abduct and kill students of the boarding school, and then the only way that like the person would leave clues were riddles. So the main character goes to the school and then immediately somebody's found dead. The person is like, you know what? I'm gonna solve this case myself. And then the last book that I have on the list for this month is Ends With Us. I currently have 2 Colleen Hoover books that I still have to read. These are just like, the writing is so familiar, so I really like it. So I kind of want to, maybe when I'm like really busy with school, because it's just like something that I'm familiar with, something that I don't have to be scared of, that like, oh, will I like the writing? Will I be able to get into it? Because I know that in Colleen Hoover books I will. I actually got a comment because I called this a love triangle and then somebody commented it's not a love triangle. I don't know what to call it, to be honest. This book has been hyped up for so long and some people say it's like, yeah, it's not that good, but like it's a book that I have to read for myself. But yeah, that was the TBR for the upcoming month. I am super excited for just reading a bit more, which probably won't happen because end of year test. Love the IB. Yeah, I just hope that you enjoyed today's video, and I will be posting on my normal schedule again, which is every Sunday and then either Wednesday or Thursday. And if you're still watching, comment this emoji right here. Can't think of this one. And then I'll see you next time.